Alright, so in this video we're actually going to improve the cash register program by starting all over and making it more realistic. So it's going to ask basically amount of scanned items. Let's pretend the only items that are going to be scanned are apples, so that way we only have to deal with one price. And we'll look back at this type of program later down the series. But for this, we're going to need an integer called scanned items. We're going to pretend that a scanner has scanned these amount of items, stuck it in a variable, and this program's going to read from that variable to know how many apples were bought. Right? So amount of scanned items, and this will go into scanned items. Alright, so from that we will do some calculations. So we need to have a variable called tax. Oops, since we already have one up here, we cannot have another variable with the same name, so we're going to call it calculated tax. So it's very helpful when you have a two-word variable name to have the second word with a capital letter and the third word for however many words. It's the first letter of every new word have a capital. Actually make it a double because it could also be a decimal. Balance, the total of all your items, and change should also be like that. Alright, so we are going to calculate the balance. So balance is equal to apple price times scanned items. Okay, and then from that, calculate tax is equal to balance plus balance times apple price. No, tax. Alright, so we just added the tax to the balance. Instead of calc tax, let's do balance plus tax. Okay, so that's the balance you're going to print out right here. So you can cascade output with the end line and say balance plus tax. Okay, and if we actually wanted to print out the tax. Alright, so don't do that. And we'll just make a new variable. Okay, no, we're just keeping one variable. So calculated tax is equal to that. Okay. No, just make another variable. Balance with tax. So balance with tax is equal to calculated tax plus balance. Okay. So now you can print out the tax using the cascade output, $, calculate tax. All of these need $signs, otherwise it's just a number. Balance would just be balance with tax. And change would be, let's calculate change right here. So change is equal to balance with tax. Oh, we should also ask amount given, so cash given. Right, and then say cn into cash given. Make another variable as well. So there's two ways you can make this variable. You can do underscore if you want, like that, or you can do a capital G and smash it together. I like underscore, looks nicer. Seeing that into cash given. So your change is equal to balance for your cash given minus your balance. So that's going to be your withstanding So now that'll be your change. Alright. Of items, hand scan items from calculations, cash given, take that. Yep. So that's the basics of it. Amount of scanned items. Let's say we got 10 apples. Cash given, 20. Okay, so your tax was that, your balance was that, and your change was that. So as you notice, we have like these too many decimals for money, right? So I don't know if the registers round or if they just truncate, but we're just gonna truncate to make it a little bit simpler right now. One thing you need to include is called the IO, Input Output Manipulator library. That's gonna allow you to do a couple of things. We're gonna be able to set up here and say cout set precision, and we're gonna say we only want 2 decimals. And so now, when you print this out, check it out. Scanned items 21, 20. See, now it terminates that. Oh, but we see a problem where change actually went negative. And that's because it's okay, so now you need to put in a new condition to make sure that they actually give you enough money for the amount of items spent. But we'll do that next video. That's too much. So like this Ralph's right here, you see that it prints out every single one. We're actually gonna do that as well. So right here we're gonna say while make integer repetitions or number of prints, so how many times you're gonna print these stuff on the right. That's good. So while number of prints is less than your amount of scanned items, you're actually gonna print out apple. Print out 1 apple. And at the end of this is called a while loop. So while this condition is true, you're gonna continue to do this. And so after you do this, you're gonna say numprints gets 1 bigger than it was. So we're gonna set this to 0. And every time it prints once, we gotta say add 1 to it. So plus plus is the same as adding 1 to the value that's in numprints. So now this will print out until this becomes less than that. Actually, we should do it until it becomes equal to scanned items. So let's do that. Alright, 5 apples, 20. Interesting. So scanned items actually was 5. 5 is not equal to that. Okay, we want to do it until it's not equal, that's why. Okay, so now it looks a little bit like this. Not exactly. And maybe we want the price of the apple. So let's do that. Okay. And then say price of apple, and we call that apple price. That looks a lot better. So now you have the name, that, and maybe after you terminate it, you want line. And so we're going to continue to improve this program until it's the best simple program you can make on here. And I'll catch you guys next video.